welcome back to the Becoming Herrss channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Kayla and this is Becoming Herrss. This is a space where we talk about healing, nervous system awareness, softness, and unlearning survival, especially for Black women. So far, we've talked about noticing, and that is becoming aware of what is happening inside of you. And then we talked about naming. It is giving language to what you are feeling. Now we're moving into nurturing, which is where most people get stuck. It's where I get stuck a lot of the time, because nurturing means learning how to care for what we have just learned, what we just acknowledged, what we just named. Nurturing is the step where you say, I'm definitely not going to abandon myself anymore after I just noticed what I was feeling, after I noticed what makes me hurt or makes me feel hurt, after I named my anger. Most of us have learned how to name it. Most of us know how to notice our pain. But nurturing, and I just said that so fucking backwards, but nurturing, that is new territory. Because nurturing requires something survival has not taught us. And that is understanding yourself. It's having a lot of self-compassion. It's being very gentle, tending to yourself like a garden. You know, you're taking care of the garden. Naming says, I see it. But nurturing says, I'm willing to take care of it. Naming says, I see it. I see the vision. Nurturing says, I'm willing to take care of her. I'm willing to watch this grow and prosper. A lot of Black women struggle with nurturing, because we didn't grow up being nurtured. We grew up being managed. We were taught how to behave, how to keep things together, how to not make things harder for anyone else, how to be everything to everyone, how to be the perfect daughter, the girlfriend, the wife, the sister, the niece. We learned how to push through and how to be responsible way before we learned how to feel. But we weren't taught how to tend to our own selves, our own gardens, our own sadness. We were taught how to honor our exhaustion, how to put everyone before us. We weren't taught how to honor our exhaustion. We weren't taught how to soothe our nervous system without shaming ourselves for being dramatic or too sensitive. We learned how to stop crying, not how to care for the parts of us that was crying. So when you finally start noticing your emotions and naming them, your brain doesn't always know what comes next or what to do next, because that was never modeled for you when you was younger. Because there was never a model for being deeply cared for or about. And you can't practice what you never seen, what you never learned, and what you never were taught to incorporate. If nobody ever nurtured you, learning how to nurture yourself definitely isn't impossible. It is just unfamiliar. And that is a huge difference. So, what is nurturing? Nurturance, whatever. Nurturing is, it isn't about, I'm just itching. It isn't about luxury. It's not being about luxurious. It's about longevity. It's how you care for the version of you that is trying to grow. Not just the version that knows how to survive. It is tending to yourself. You are your garden. It is tending to the mind, body, and soul in ways that make you feel safe enough to stay present. Nurturing isn't pampering yourself, though that is a form of self-care. Nurturing is protection. It's what keeps you from slipping back into old ways, old patterns, old belief systems, and what helps the softer parts of you feel supported instead of exposed. Survival mode made nurturance feel wrong. Nurturing does feel uncomfortable at first, because survival has trained our bodies in the opposite direction. Survival taught us to keep moving, to ignore the pain, to produce instead of feel, to take care of everybody else before you even recognize yourself, and to treat rest like something you have to earn. So when you finally try to nurture yourself, your nervous system might sound the alarm. It may go off and some wee type stuff. And it's not because we are doing something wrong, not because it's like it's a bad thing, but because slowing down for a lot of us sometimes signal danger. It means danger. That's why rest sometimes feel guilty. That's why stillness make your mind race. That's why asking for help feels like you're bothering people. Your body isn't against healing, it just hasn't experienced a safe place enough for you to lay it all down. It hasn't experienced safe softness yet. So, in essence, your nervous system isn't broken, it is reacting to a world that never gave it permission to slow down. Nurturing is reparenting a lot of parts of yourself. It is becoming the adult you needed when you were younger. The one who didn't rush you, didn't silence you, didn't shame your feelings, and didn't make you earn more. Reparenting sounds like learning how to soothe yourself without shutting down, how to comfort without controlling, how to rest without apologizing, and how to feel without collapsing. This isn't about blaming your parents. It is about interrupting what got passed down. It's about stopping generational trauma because a lot of us, what got passed, because for a lot of us, what was passed down was survival, was endurance, was pushing through, was the strong black woman trope, not emotional literacy, not nervous system care, not learning how to be gentle with yourself, not knowing how to be honest, and naming and noticing what you feel. So, nurturing is how you teach your body that safety does exist, even now, even if survival was all you knew for a long time. Nurturing in real time isn't weird or complicated. It is really just honest. It sounds like, okay, you know what, I'm overwhelmed. I need a minute, I need a pause, or I can rest and come back later, or I don't have to fix this right now, or I'm allowed to feel how I feel, or I deserve to be loved on today. I deserve gentleness today. Sometimes nurturing is simple. It's drinking water, taking a nap, taking a moment to breathe, putting your phone down, sitting in silence, not arguing back, letting something go, choosing peace instead of performance. Nurture teaches your nervous system that you're not the enemy anymore. You're not at war with yourself. Nurture turns self awareness into more self support, more uplifting. I feel like a lot of times nurture can feel like losing yourself because survival conditions you to believe that the only thing there is to be is strong and resilient and to endure and to keep going. But strength without nurturance turns into numbness. And a lot of black women mistake numbness for strength when really it's just the body shutting down because it never got a chance to feel anything else other than that. I don't know why I just did this. Nurturing is not weakness, it is capacity. It's what allows you to function without breaking. It's what allows you to stay present instead of disappearing inside of yourself. It's what makes softness possible. It is what gives you language for navigation, and navigation is in the next video. So before I end this video, I want to give you guys one practice to do. One thing you can do today is asking yourself, and comment down below if you would like to share, what part of me needs to be cared for right now. Not what's wrong with me, but what needs tending. You don't have to fix the feeling, you don't have to solve it or perform around it. You just have to tend to it because nurturing is how you teach your body, I'm not abandoning you anymore. Nurture is how you make healing feel safe. It is how you come home to yourself. I created these four ends because when I was healing, I'm still healing. In my healing process, like the start, could not afford therapy, couldn't afford a lot of things, and I was so confused with healing, y'all. I feel like I have ADHD sometimes, so I was so confused, and my mind works off of like structure or having something organized. Okay, I can go to A, B, C, and D, and so when I was learning how to take care of myself, and I seen so many concepts, me being in school right now to get my master's in clinical mental health counseling, I learned so many theories, learned so many things, and I'm just like, okay, I need something for me that works for me. I need something that helps me like break down the steps, and I'm hoping like for a lot of black women this helps too. And the first step was like noticing, like, okay, what do I notice with myself, and then naming. Naming gave me doors to other things that I didn't even know about myself. And then now I'm nurturing, I'm reparenting what I named, what I noticed. And the next is navigating what we're nurturing. It's navigating the naming part. It's navigating it all. It ties everything in together. So Y'all, check out the PDF prompt that goes for this video. It is on sale on my Etsy. But also make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and check out next week's video on navigating what we feel, what we've been through, everything. So, why am I doing this? Don't fucking know, but ciao.